Hi guys, it's Nigel, Lock and Key Independent Estate Agents, and I hope you're well. Today I want to welcome you to my property video as we're up today in a small cul-de-sac called Winston Road, which is on the southern side of Melksham. So it's on the way towards the A350 or on the old road of the A350 towards Semmington. And just in there behind me is a gorgeous, extended and much improved detached bungalow. There has been improvements by the current owners. There's a lot going for this bungalow, in fact, and I'll just take you through a few of the things that are in there, because you've got your double glazing and your gas, you've got a decent sized kitchen, there's a conservatory, there's good sized bedrooms, there's a modern bathroom, there's another extended bit from the kitchen that goes into they call it a pantry, but it could be an office, it could be a snug, and then that goes also into where that garage is just in there behind me that you'll see there where my finger is. You can see there's a double glazed window in there. They've converted that garage at the moment to another dining room. I'll talk about the garage or the dining room as such later, because there's a couple of things to follow off, but this is a decent bungalow, guys. There's parking for numerous vehicles. I must apologise if you can hear the buffeting because it is windy today. We are going to go and have a look at this lovely bungalow on the market. The gardens are enclosed, it just ticks every box. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. You know how my property tours work. Why don't we just spin this camera around and then we'll just look at the amenities, talk about the amenities I should say, the area, the location, and then we're going to head on in to this lovely bungalow in Winston Road. And now you can see the front elevations, which is a little bit better than seeing my face, I suppose. But this is the bungalow in question on the market today. There's your bungalow. That is converted, the garage in there, and then you've got all this parking. In fact, you can see where the neighbouring property is. I reckon you can put a camper van there, or if a motorhome, if that's the kind of thing that you're into and you like to travel around, say, Europe or the UK. Winston Road is a mixture of detached or semi-detached bungalows, and there's some detached houses just down there. As I spin the camera around, and if you wanted to take a walk up to Bearfield Lane, you're so close to countryside walks. You could go down this lane, you can turn right, you can head towards Semmington, you can head towards our cherished Kennet Avon canal walks, and you could walk into town. There is a roundabout down there, there is a bus route also, which is quite important. But if you wanted to get into the town, now, I'm quite a fit lad. I would say it would take me about 15-20 minutes to get into the town, but it's a very level walk into the town. Where the roundabout is, just down there, before you enter the town, you could go left, head along the A350, and that will then take you, say, towards the National Trust of village of Laycock. You go further on towards Chippenham. Again, if you wanted to get on that M4, you're very central here. It takes 15 minutes on a good day, maybe 20. If you wanted to go the other way to the A350 towards Devizes, you can. And if you want to turn right from the A350, it will link you up to Trowbridge, it will link you up to Westbury and Warminster, and then onto the A303. And that's the beauty of Melksham. It's in the heart of Wiltshire. There's so many other towns that surround Melksham. As I come around here again, of course, the amenities at Melksham, the supermarkets, everything you need with. There's still banks in there, there's estate agents, of course, but your butchers, your independent shops. Melksham is a beautiful, thriving market town. But we're here to see this property, number 26 Winston Road today. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk along the side, we're going to get the access in that way and take a decent look around. But I will cover off just bits around here before we go in, because look, I mean, if we wanted to be realistic with just the parking, you've got parking there, that's one. Let's say two, let's say three, let's say four. You can see that there's parking available for numerous vehicles. So it's a decent plot to the front, it's actually a decent plot to the back. And again, if you wanted to put something along the side, you certainly could. So let's go through the door on the side and take a look around Winston Road. As promised, guys, let's walk along here. So you've got gravelled chippings, path there, seating areas, cute little foul beds, little wrought iron gate, and of course then there is another gate with fencing there, and that's going to take you into the rear garden. And as I just spin this camera around, you can just see how much parking is available to the front. Carry further on and let's take a look inside and explore what I think is a very, very nice, immaculate bungalow. And it's going to be a privilege for someone to buy this, because this is a decent bungalow. You can see the flooring there. You've got wood effect flooring, there's a radiator, there's a little room, I'm not saying a room, there's a little storage area in there. And I'm going to open that up for you guys, because as you have a little look inside, there is some storage, but that's where your Worcester boiler is, all hidden away. tucked away, etc. I'm just going to close this off. As I pan the camera around, before I go into the rooms, you can see then this hallway splits off and there's another bedroom in there, there's a bedroom in there, there's a bathroom in there. Access to loft space is up there. And as with all my tours, I like to turn the camera around, and as you can see, you've come in through the door, lovely little side glazing there, like I said, a radiator. The flooring then continues along. In fact, it continues along through most of the property, to be honest with you. Turn the camera around one more time, and then you start to see and get a feel of the space of this property. While I'm here, why don't we just go in left? The flooring continues, and then you are just welcome to this beautiful living room. And it's a decent size, this living room. Look at the two big, especially this window. Look at that big picture window. There's nets in there, there's no lights on. It's flooding this room in with natural light. I think I'm a big thing about natural light, because properties, if you can get them looking light and welcoming and warm, it makes so much of a difference. It's got plenty of areas for seating, another window there to that side aspect. As I said, the flooring continues, the doors, these are all built of the same materials. And it's just a nice size living room, this. You can see the size of this sofa. It's a big L-shaped sofa, look. You can fit 3, 4, 5 people on there. So it's a good size room, this, it really is. Radiator under the window, radiator under the window. Let me turn the camera around, and there you can see another angle, an aspect of this room. It's a brilliant room. Reason for these guys moving, I just wanted to say it's lifestyle. They're going to be moving further away from this area. They're going to go into a new area, pure lifestyle. They actually thought they were going to be here for life, but they've had a change of plan. And the change of plan means they're going to be moving away from Melksham, but they thoroughly enjoyed living in Melksham. They've lived all over the country, in fact, but the time is right for them to move. But they do like this property, and they've made vast improvements to the property since we sold it to them last. So it's an honour to have this back on our books, it really is. So as you come in from that hallway, we're into this living room. You can see there's another door, and I'm not going to go through that door. It sometimes makes sense just to come back out through the living room, because if you were entering your property, you knew which room you're going to go into. This room then next is a beautiful kitchen. And look at the flooring again, and that was the room that came from the sitting room. I just wanted to take you in there because there's 2 accesses into this kitchen. In fact, there's another access from another area. But what a beautiful kitchen with a range. Yes, you can have eye-level cupboards. Look at the nice tiling on the walls. Look at the detail. Absolutely beautiful. They've even installed a skylight in here just to bring in more natural light, because when they bought this property, they didn't have this skylight in. This was something they've got. And then this back here was covered with units. And it's only when they took these units out, they found there was another window there. And they were just amazed. It was like, great, it's got more light. Of course, you've got this cute sink, work surfaces. I just love this kitchen, guys. I think it's truly exceptional. I think you can agree as it comes into that hallway. Look at those 4 panes from that entrance door, bringing in that natural light. You can see it on the floor there. It's just a lovely room. It's going to shoot off. There's a little small conservatory we'll talk about later. But while we're in this kitchen, let's just discuss and have a look around. Nice spotlights. And like I said, fabulous room to entertain, to cook. It's a great room from there. Now, there is a conservatory, or we can call it a boot room, utility, call it what you want. We're just going to call it a conservatory, but you have to name these things something. Plumbing for washing machine, there's a dishwasher, tumble dryer, whatever, units, and it's double glazed construction. And look at the attractive tile flooring there. So it goes from wood to tile flooring, and then that will take you out to the rear garden that's fully enclosed. Some little ceiling, some little spotlights in there as well, which is very cute, but it's all power connected. You know, I think it's like a garden room, conservatory room, something, so we've called it a conservatory for now. Come back out into this kitchen, and then you've got more rooms to have a look at. I'm just going to stop the tour here, because there's still a bit to do in this video, and I just want to break it up a little bit, but we're going to go through that direction next. So as promised, guys, I'm just going to spin this camera around from the kitchen. And as you can see from the kitchen, it then opens up. There's an entrance hall there, or there's an entrance way. Then you've got the continuation of the flooring. Now, I actually struggled to name this room. They call it the pantry. Look, it's better than a pantry. This room could be an office. I think this room could be, again, it can be another utility, it could be a boot room, it could be whatever you want it to be. The children could do their homework in here. But like I said, it's better than a pantry. You've got units in here. Obviously, I think it's like a utility stroke store. But again, you can name it what you want. It's just an extra add-on to this property. So it has more rooms. That means it gives you more space. It gives you the freedom to float and use these rooms accordingly to how you would like it. Let me just turn this camera around. And I love the way it just floods again. Every room links. And if you notice how this links, so this room here, the boot room, the kitchen, the conservatory, go back out. Look how the hallway, everything links really well with this property. And like I said, as we just walk through this room, and then we come into this welcoming, very well lit dining room. And this is actually a really decent room, guys. You might have noticed, actually, this is the garage that's outside. These guys have converted it into a dining room or family room. They haven't quite got sign off though from the building control. So if any buyer wanted this to be put back, the garage door is just outside there. They can put this back as a garage. If not, and you're happy to keep it the way it is, these buyers, or sellers I should say, are also happy to pay for an indemnity that covers any buyer, so they can keep this room as it is. It's a lovely room. It's a great family room, this dining room. You can see there's double glazed window. The gas is there. The flooring is in. It's a beautiful, we call them family rooms or dining rooms. And just a recap, the owners at their expense are quite happy to put this back as a garage if somebody wants to, or if you want to keep it as is in its current state and condition, the owners are also happy to pay for an indemnity policy on it as well. So I'm just going to turn this camera around because I just love the way this room is anyway. It's conditioned really well. And there we have this room for you. So coming out of this room, back into this other room, which we're not naming because it's not a pantry. I think it's something like a store, office, or whatever. You come out through this beautiful kitchen. You know the conservatory's there. Let's go through the kitchen. You know the lovely big sized living room's there. Look at that nice hallway coming through. It L shapes across. And now we're going to go into the bathroom. Doors. All these doors are the same throughout the property. You've got some nice tiled flooring, low level WC, wash hand basin, window that just comes across there. And of course you've got some spotlights up there. And if I go into here, turn the camera around, you can see from this angle where the shower is, and you've got some tiled walling there on that side as well. Let's turn the camera around one more time. And there we have it, guys. There's your bathroom. Coming back out of the bathroom, back into this hallway, I just want to pop the camera back up there just to show you again, there's your access to loft space. Let's turn right, and of course this takes you into bedroom 2. So it's a double. They use it for, again, you can work from home. There's plenty of areas in this property where you can work from home. This could also be a bedroom. As you can see, it's big enough. I'm just going to walk around this angle. They've got all their bits and pieces in there. There's only 2 of them that live here, so the kids are grown up, but that's one of the other reasons why they're moving. There's nothing necessarily keeping them here in Melksham, so they're going to go back home to live. Come back out of this second bedroom, and of course you're going to be then greeted with the master bedroom or bedroom 1. Decent double freestanding here. Of course you've got your window there with your radiator that looks over the rear garden, and then you've got your double bed display cabinets on each side. And then it just gives you a bit more into that recess. You can see where the double is, and then you've got a recess area here. So let me just bring this camera around, and it just shows you it's a bit like an L shape really, but not quite, but big enough for a double. Radiator, like I said, under this window. And if I then pop the camera out and move this net, you can then start to see that rear garden. And it's a nice rear garden. It's a pretty decent size. There are some trees that might be overlooked a little bit, but not by far. Let me just show you again. You're going to see it anyway, but there are a couple of houses over there, but you have got some mature trees and decent fencing there to give you some privacy. You will find that we are an honest estate agent. We don't make things up as well. And that's the reason for the tours. You get to know us, we get to know you. Our job is to connect property to people. I'm very lucky to do this job, and I love my job. Again, this is a decent bungalow, and we just want to show off all the aspects. But if there are any other little technical things that we like to cover off, I think it's beneficial for you guys to know that too. So just coming out, this is I hope you've enjoyed this tour so far, because this is the last room of the property. So I'm just going to do a quick recap bedroom 1, which is double. Come out into the bedroom 2. As you can see, all double glazed, all gas heating. You've seen the boiler. Bathroom, tile flooring, bit of tile walling on that side. This goes left to right, boiler in there. And then if we go back through here, we've got these lovely windows. 1 window, 2, 3, beautiful sized living room. Come through the living room. Just turn that camera around one more time quickly. So I know you've seen it, but I just love to recap. It's important, this. You're buying a house, you want to know enough information. There's this beautiful kitchen. Stunning kitchen. Flooring. Little window there that's cute. New skylight. It's all decorated. Look at that flooded light that comes through. Again, conservatory stroke something, whatever you want to call it. You can call this, again, pantry, store, office, work, I don't know, whatever. Call it whatever you want. And then finally, this garage that's been converted at the moment and used as a dining room. So look, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the tour so far as much as I have. I just need to take you outside just to show you the gardens at the rear. And here we go. We're just going to walk through the kitchen. Back out through. Little step into the conservatory. Let's open up this door. Let's take a look around. And there we have this lovely garden. Mature trees, as you can see, that gives you the privacy. Obviously in winter it loses its leaves, but there's still privacy in there. There's a decent lawn area here. It's laid to lawn. There's a bit of a patio. There's not much here. You could put a little bit of storage into that side there. There's a feature here. I think it's their fish pond. They said they can take the fish pond or they can leave it. You can make it into a gazebo. But look at that side. I just want to cover off this side aspect again. Little storage shed here, outside tap. But through those iron gates, but just remember you could put more here. So if you're into vehicles or you need some more storage, you could put storage here. You could build another shed. You could put a shed here. You can build another shed. You could build a workshop. You could put something here. This garden is big enough for any of that. And it's just a nice garden, you guys. And the sun's starting to come in. It's now 11:15, and you can just see the sun. I'm going to point it because it's staring at me, and that's going to come around as well. So you're going to get the sun in the afternoon as well here. So I'm not sure of the orientation. I'll work that out later, but that's the rear aspect of this bungalow. And look, guys, all in all, I think this is a great bungalow. It's been extended. It's tastefully done. There's a lot of decent little quirks with it. I love the fact that you've got different rooms. We can't name them because it's really up to the new buyers, whoever buys this property, how you want to use this bungalow. There's oodles of parking. It's a great location. You're close to the countryside walks. I think this is a decent bungalow, and I don't think this will be on the market long. So if you are interested, guys, please feel free to give me a nudge. You know it's Nigel at Lock & Key, Independent Estate Agents in Melksham, on 01225 707 342. I hope you're all well, and hey, I look forward to hearing from you.